To repair holes in PVC, you need to find the hole first. I like to use a foaming soap. So you spray it with just a little bit of water, and as you rub it over a surface, it'll start to bubble. And so let's say that's our hole there. Outside of our hole, we need about that much distance to make sure it's strong. So we're going to cut a patch. You can do these as squares or circles. Your patch needs to be PVC as well. Squares are easier, rectangles are easier than circles. So you just cut the corners off so that there aren't any edges on it that can get caught on stuff. And then you're going to set that patch on top. Using a pencil, not a pen, draw around the object. Pen smears and so does marker, so that's why we're using pencil. And then using painter's tape, mark outside of that line. All right, double check. All right, so you want a little border everywhere. Now we've got to prep the surfaces. If you have MEK, this is the best way to do it. Make sure you're wearing specialty gloves. This stuff's really dangerous. So you take it with a cloth and wipe both surfaces for about 5 seconds. If you don't have that, you can use a Scotch-Brite pad and you rough up the surface until the point at which your pencil starts to go away. That's a good measure that you've got the surface ready. And do that on the patch as well. If you don't do this, the patch will not stay, so don't skimp on this. You either need to use a pad like a Scotch-Brite or use MEK. Okay, so now that's prepped. We use for repairs HH66, which is a PVC adhesive. 2-part adhesives are better. This is just simpler. They make them in a smaller jar too. This one's nice. It comes with a brush in it. And you want to put a very thin layer. So I'm going to take some of that off because I've put too much on. Okay, that needs to sit for about 5 minutes. For the sake of the video, I'm going to go faster. If you have a heat gun, you can also use a hair dryer. You can speed up the process this way, but it still needs to sit for about 5 minutes. So let's say it has sat for 5 minutes. Right before you attach, you want to heat the glue back up. I'm going to do it longer than I normally do to speed up the process. And you do that on the patch as well. The adhesive works once it's dry, so you don't want it to be tacky. So one of the standard tests is to put your knuckle on it and see if the glue doesn't come back. So then, if you had waited 5 minutes and heated it up, you then push the patch down and going from the middle, wherever your hole was, work towards the outside. And if you had waited 5 minutes and then heated it, this is now a permanent patch.